Okay. Okay, so for our month here, it looks like we have Julie Mong. She did 32,741. We have Stephen Tandridge. He did 7,310. Jesse McKinney, he did 4,834. Jasmine Glenn, she did 4,164. I have Thomas Edwards, who did 4,040. I have James Trevisano, who did 3,047. I have Day Rennell, who did 20,000. Jared Hill was at 1,680. Alice was at 1,547 for the month. I have Justin, 1,444. Ferdinand did 1,273. Getta did 1,089. Keldrick did 1,089. Oh, I'm sorry, 700. And then I have John here. John Hill did 388 for the month. Okay, so it looks like we do have a few people working. Not really sure. Let me see here. I think somebody is on the. It's waiting, but oh, okay, go away. So what I really want to talk to you guys about today is just about the holidays. I know there's been a lot going on with hold on, let me add these folks here. So I know there's been a lot going on, with Thanksgiving that just passed, and then now we have Christmas coming up, and obviously the New Year's too. So it can be a little bit of a difficult time, for the agents, to get the confidence to, get in the field. I know a lot of people have been asking me, how is the holidays? Okay. One of the things that I want to remind you guys, so I don't know, if you guys are looking at the Family First Life Facebook page. But on there, Sean Mike, he'll actually do some lives every so often, which is great because it gives you a little bit more of an understanding of what's coming up and what's going on with the company. So I recently just watched one that he had done, and it was basically, about the holidays and growing your business. I thought it was, very informational, and, he had some really nice points there. So if you guys ever need extra training or anything like that, you do know that Facebook page also has like the inside the sale. It has True Talk. And then, there's tons of videos that are on our personal website. And then you also have, the YouTube videos that every day there's something new. Okay, so when it comes to training, there's definitely no lack of that. Okay, so when we're doing our holidays, one of the things that I end up having happen whenever I talk to somebody is that they will say, I'm very busy up until the new year. I don't know if you guys are having that same type of thing occur when you're doing your dials. But one of the things that you guys can do to ensure that you're, still pushing, because, obviously we all are in the holiday season, regardless of what you, celebrate. Some don't celebrate, some, celebrate Christmas, some, Hanukkah, New Year's, all of that stuff. We're all on our own, our own, path of what we celebrate, right? But whenever somebody is on the phone and they tell me about the holidays, one of the best thing to do is just simply just acknowledge that. One of the things you can do is just say, I totally understand it's a busy holiday season as well for me. But what I'm finding is that during the holiday season, like you can always use statistics, things like that. That's when most of things happen to people. So that's why we're going to want to make sure that we get this information out to you, because when you filled out this form online, sent it in the mail, however they're, sending in their information for you to call, they're looking for that information. So you just make sure that you let them know that it's a sense of urgency, right? Because many things do happen during the holiday season. Many people kind of understand that. I had a lady the other day that I was telling her, listen, I understand, but it's like our obligation here. We just need to take the liability off of us because this is a time of the year where, things do happen. It just takes about 10 to 15 minutes to go over. Now, if you're going to somebody's house to do the appointment, obviously it's, a little bit more time consuming for you because you're, driving out there, things like that. If you're able to, and for them too, they might say, we're doing shopping, whatever they want to do. But, if you're doing it online, usually it's even a little bit more easier, hey, Bob, it's just going to take 10 to 15 minutes. We're just going to do this online. And hold on one second. I'm sorry. We're just going to do this online, and just to say that was answered. I am so sorry, you guys. Okay, online. So that's not really going to take too much of your time. What I can do is I can send you over a Zoom link, or I can send you over, we could just do this on the telephone. Things like that really are helpful for, just, setting an appointment and making sure that you are engaging with them. Okay. The other thing that's really important for you guys is to continue doing, work this week with the agency. I didn't see very many agents that, I'm sure you guys were enjoying your, holiday, that were in the field or, doing online telesales. So, I just want to encourage you guys. This is a really, the end of the year. It's the end of the fourth quarter. There are people that are wanting insurance. They're thinking about these things even more because of the fact that, they're around their families. They get to, remember why, it's important for them because, they're sitting with, their son, daughter, and, they're like, grandkids, and, they want to make sure that their family is protected. I know, I sat with my sons this upcoming weekend, and, it was really, it was nice. We kind of like, went over a lot of different things, and it really just, makes that why a little bit more. And these families have a why. So you guys want to make sure that you're, bringing that out as well. But like I was saying, there are also all of those discounts that are available on the leads. You guys have to be following the system in order to be seeing results. For me, even though it's the holiday season, I'm still, spending my normal amount on my leads. I'm still making sure that I have the normal amount of people booked for the and coming up to the end of the year. You guys should be doing the same. There's no reason to slow down. And we talked about a lot of this as well, earlier throughout the months, your guys's goals. I know 2022 is coming up, and that you guys, hopefully are having, thoughts about what you want to see your business do in this upcoming year. And I want to make sure that I'm there to help you guys with that. There's, always be able to reach out to me and go over things, just little things like that, can make a difference. We talk about this all the time, but I rarely see you guys reaching out. So I want you to know, for your growth and, to continue to see your results, just reach out. So, that's just kind of really, I just wanted to do a short little, we keep this about, half hour, but this, there's not really a lot to say about the holidays. I do, like I said, encourage you to watch, the video that's on Family First Life Facebook page about the holidays. But other than that, does anybody have any questions for me? I'd love to answer any questions that anybody has. No?
I have a question, Stephanie.
Sure, absolutely. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I had a guy yesterday,
Uh-huh.
Mutual of Omaha, changed the amount to 90,000. It
Okay.
was 300,000, but after a review, and it went to 90,000. So
Mhm.
then we completed the act, and they declined it. He is on disability,
Yeah,
and
they don't take that.
there's some carriers that, it didn't matter, but they still, some of the questions was a decline. Do you know anyone I can write him on?
Usually when you have disability, what kind of disability is it? Is it like a
It's
VA?
yeah, he just got out the service.
Okay. I forget, one of them of the terms was going to add in the ability to do the disability and give the term, but usually, truthfully, you're not going to get anybody issued with a term product when they're doing disability. I mean, sometimes with the VA, if they're actually working like they're working a job as well, then they're actually considered working, and it's kind of like a supplementary income, if that makes sense. But with it being a primary income source, then they don't usually issue that.
Okay, now his disability is it's retirement from the service, but he
Mhm.
still has that disability, but there's no disability retirement.
Mhm.
Am I okay doing retirement or no?
What did you say?
Could I do retirement? Because he's also he when he got out the service, he got retired out the service,
Okay,
but it's due to disability.
right. Which he could be taking some pain medications, things like that.
He is taking he is taking 2 medications for anxiety and
Okay. What I usually do in these scenarios is I will go ahead and give the call to the carrier, and kind of explain and see where they would place them. So, that's something that you would want to do. The reason I'm thinking, do they have already some coverage, with Mutual of Omaha previously, or?
I'm sorry, you had cut out.
I know I saw that. Did he have any, coverage, previously with the Mutual of Omaha?
No.
Okay, so I'm wondering why it went down to the 90. Was it, I mean, because some of these scenarios I've never really ran across, and usually when I run across something like that, I call up the carrier and ask them, did you give them a call?
No, I wanted to see if it's them dropping him to 90,000. I've never seen that, and then turn around and decline it.
Yeah, I mean, these carriers, Shorty, have their own way of doing things. The only thing that we can do is just find what's available for them. I would try, maybe Foresters, give them a call, see what their protocol is on it, things
Okay,
like that.
okay, I'll
Okay,
try
always
that.
do a risk assessment because they know what they're going to take and what they're not going to take. So, for instance, I had a gentleman that had hepatitis C, and he's had it for many years, and he had a blood transfusion when he was younger, and he was never been able to get any insurance. And they're like, "No, you can't, insure me," And I was like, "Okay." And I actually was going towards like the accidental, and then I was like, wait a minute, I thought I heard something from the John Hancock. And so I give them a call, and here they take it. So, that's something that you want to kind of do. And I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have called them, if that makes sense, right? Because
Okay,
I went that extra step in the home. And, now the gentleman that, he thought that he was never going to have any coverage, he actually does have coverage now. So, it's beneficial to do those risk assessments. Okay.
okay,
Does anybody else have any questions?
thank you.
You're welcome. No one else has any questions? Steve, is that you? Okay. So, once again, I just want to encourage you guys, just to have the confidence to roll through the holidays, just continue to do the things that you guys are doing on every single day. Yeah. Do you have a question, Steve? Having a hard time hearing. No, okay, all right. So, like I said, just encourage you guys to continue to just walk through the same, procedure that you guys do every single week. The business doesn't really change. The only thing that we really do is we call the leads, which are the families, and we set up an appointment time to go see them, and we help them with the coverage. So, that's kind of what our job entitles, and, it doesn't stop for the holiday season. So I would just want to make sure that you guys continue to, push through. Okay. All right. Well, Steve, you missed all the numbers for the month. So I do apologize. We went over all of our agency numbers and what we did. So, But other than that, if nobody has any other questions, like I said, I'm just going to keep this short. I do appreciate you guys jumping on. And I know it's been, a few weeks since we've had a call. But, like I said, I just encourage you guys to, watch some of the trainings about any holiday stuff, and just continue to go through the process. Okay. All right. Well, you guys
Thank you.
you're welcome. You guys take care, and I'll talk with you if you have any questions. Like I said, reach out to me. I'm here anytime. Okay.